A point P, capital P, is 40 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. Another point Q is 20 mm above HP and 50 mm in front of VP. The top view of line capital PQ is inclined at 30 degrees to XY line. Draw its projection. A point capital P is 40 mm above HP. So when you look from the front view, we can see the distance above HP. That is this distance. That image will going to fall on the vertical plane. And 20 mm in front of VP. So when you look from the top view, we can see the distance 20 mm in front of VP. So that distance is seen in the horizontal plane. You will mark this point as small p and small p dash. Another point Q is 20 mm above HP. So when you look from the front view, we can see the distance 20 mm above HP. That image will going to fall on the vertical plane. So you are going to get the locus of Q in the front view. And 50 mm in front of VP. So when you look from the top view, we can see the distance in front of VP. So that is this distance, which is 50 mm in front of VP. So you're going to get the locus of Q in the top view also. So now the top view of the line capital PQ is inclined at 30 degrees to the XY line. So from here, you draw a line which is inclined at 30 degrees to the XY line, that is the top view point. So it will going to cut the locus of Q in the top view here. So you're going to get PQ. So this is the line which you are going to get. So these are the things which has been given in the data. Now we will going to take this in the orthographic view also. So you have the XY line. So from here, we can see 40 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. So above HP is seen in the vertical plane. So you got 40 mm here and we have 20 mm here. And another point Q is 20 mm above HP. So from XY line, you have 20 mm above HP. So you are getting the locus of Q in the front view. And also 50 mm in front of VP. So you are getting the locus of Q in the top view also, which is 50 mm. And the top view of the line capital PQ is inclined at 30 degrees to the XY line. So we have that from P, you draw a line inclined at 30 degrees so that it will going to cut the locus here. So you're going to get this point Q. Once you get this point Q, so now we know that the end projector point will going to fall on the locus of Q. So from Q, you draw a vertical projector so that it will going to cut the locus of Q. So you have got the front view now here. So we have, you are projecting this, you will cut the locus of Q. So we know the front view and also the top view. Now, once you have the front view and top view, so you're going to get the line in space. So that is this line projected from this and also projected from this. So you're going to get QP, PQ. Now we have to make the line parallel to VP. With P as center, taking the radius of PQ, you rotate it, make it parallel to VP. So that means PQ1 is the line which is parallel to VP. Once it is parallel to VP, so you are getting the true length in the vertical plane. You can see that P dash Q1 dash is the line which is in the true length. So that is what we have shown in the orthographic view also. So when it is rotated in space, what happens? The image will going to be rotated in the horizontal plane. So you can see that PQ, when you are rotating and make it parallel to VP, so PQ1 is the line which is both PQ1 is in front of VP by 20 mm. So that is what we have shown here, that image is rotated with P as center, taking the radius of PQ, rotate it and make it parallel to VP. So both PQ1 is in front of VP by 20 mm, and when it is projected to the locus of Q in the front view, you will going to get this point as Q1 dash, then join P dash Q1 dash. So this will going to be the true length. So you are marked that as capital P and capital Q in bracket. So that is what we have shown here. Then again, when you are rotating the line which is in space, now we need to find out the true length in the horizontal plane. With P as center, taking the radius of PQ and rotate it, make it parallel to HP. So that means P is above HP by 40 mm. Q2 should also be above HP by 40 mm. So when you are rotating like this, though when you look from the front view, that image is rotated here with P dash as center, P dash Q dash as the radius, you rotate it and make it parallel to HP. So you're going to get this Q2 dash, and when it is parallel to HP, its corresponding top view, so that will going to fall here, that is PQ2 is the line which will be in true length. So that means you are, since both capital PQ2 is parallel to HP, when it is projected, it will going to fall on the horizontal plane. So this line will going to be in true length. So that is what we have shown in the front view also, with P dash as center, taking the radius of P dash Q, rotate it, make it parallel to HP. That means P dash is above HP by 40 mm and Q2 dash should also be above HP by 40 mm. So now the line is parallel to XY line in the front view. So when it is projected into the top view, that it will going to be projected till to the locus of Q in the top view, and mark this point as Q2, then join PQ2. This will going to be the true length, and you identify or you mark this as capital P in bracket and capital Q in bracket in the top view. And also, since this PQ1 is parallel to XY line in the top view, its corresponding front view, that is P dash Q1 dash, will be in true length. So this is capital P in bracket and capital Q in bracket. So this is how we will be able to analyze this problem in 3D. And now we will going to take up in step by step. So here first we will go to mark that above HP and in front of VP, and again here also above HP and in front of VP, and we draw a line inclined at 30 degrees to the XY line in the top view. It will going to cut the locus of Q in the top view here. So you got the top view point. So with P as center, taking the radius of PQ, once you know the front view and also the top view, how do I know the front view? Because once you know the top view, when it is projected, the end projector to cut the locus of Q in the top, in the front view. So it will going to cut this point here. So you're going to get this Q dash and join P dash Q dash and PQ. So this is the front, this is the top view, and this will going to be the top front view. So when it is projected, it will going to be in space. Here, this PQ is the line which is in space. So similarly, that's what we have shown here. So we know above HP and in front of VP of P, and we know similarly above HP and in front of VP of Q. So we have the locus of Q in the top front view and also the locus of Q in the top view. Since the top view line is inclined at 30 degrees, you draw a line inclined at 30 degrees. So it will going to cut the locus of Q here. So you're going to mark this point as Q. Then draw a vertical projector from here, Q, to the front view locus of Q. It will going to cut here. So this point will going to be Q dash. Then join P dash, Q dash and PQ. Now, as we rotate that line in space and you make it parallel, so PQ1 is the line which is parallel to VP. So you're getting the true length. So when you look from the top view, that is the image which you are rotating the top view line and make it is parallel. So that is what we have shown with P as center, PQ as the radius, you rotate it and make it parallel to VP. So when it is projected, you will going to get the front view here. So this will going to be P dash Q1 dash is the line which will going to be in true length. Similarly, now we are going to find out the true length in HP. So to find out the true length in HP, you make the line parallel to HP. So you rotate the line which is in space such that both P and Q2 will be above HP by 40 mm. So you make it parallel. So when it is projected, it will going to fall on the horizontal plane. So this line will going to be the true length line. So that is what we have shown here with P dash as center, P dash Q dash as the radius, you rotate it and make it parallel to HP. And since the front view line is parallel, its corresponding top view, that is when you are projected that Q2 till to the locus of Q in the top view. So you will going to get this point Q2, then join PQ2. So this will going to be the line which will going to be the true length and its inclination. So this is how you will be able to solve the problem, can be analyze this problem in the 3 dimension. Now we will going to solve this by using the, so first we will going to draw the XY line and mark XY and VP and HP. The point P is 40 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. So from the XY line, you measure the distance of 40 mm above XY line and draw a horizontal line. Similarly, with XY line as center, again by using the scale, you measure the distance of 20 mm and draw a horizontal line parallel to XY line in the top view. Then consider any point and then draw a vertical projector so that it will going to cut both the lines at this point in the front view and also at this point in the top view. You mark that point as P dash and small p. Now, similarly, another point Q is 20 mm above HP and 50 mm in front of VP. So from XY line, you measure 20 mm above XY line and draw a horizontal dash dot line, which will going to be the locus of Q in the front view. and you mark this as the locus of Q in the front view. And then 50 mm below XY line, you measure the distance and draw a horizontal dash dot line, and you mark this as the locus of Q in the top view. Then with P as center, since the top view of the line PQ is inclined at 30 degrees to the XY line, so from P, by using the protractor, you measure an angle of 30 degrees with respect to the horizontal, and then draw a inclined line such that it will go into cut the locus of P in the locus of Q in the top view, so that you will going to get this point Q and join P to Q with a dark line. So now you got the top view line. So then we know that the locus of Q in the front view is here. So draw a vertical projector from Q so that it will going to cut the locus of Q in the front view at this point, and you mark this point as this is the top view point is Q. Its corresponding front view will going to become Q dash. Then mark this point as Q dash and join P dash Q dash, which will going to be the front view line. So now we know the front view and also the top view. Now the first is I need to find out the true length in the vertical plane. To find the true length in the vertical plane, by using the compass with QP as center, taking the radius of PQ, draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of P in the top view. So once you get this point, you mark this point as Q1. From Q1, through Q1, you draw a vertical projector so that it will going to cut the locus of Q in the front view. So you are going to get this point, and you mark that point as Q1 dash. Then join P dash Q1 dash with little bit thicker than the XY line. So you will going to get this point. Then again, now we need to find out the true length in the horizontal plane. To find the true length in the horizontal plane, take the front view distance. So the front view distance is P dash Q dash. With P dash as center, by using the compass, draw an arc of P dash Q dash, P dash Q dash as the radius. You draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of P in the front view here. So that means both P dash and Q2 dash is above HP by 40 mm. Then from Q2 dash, you draw a vertical projector to the locus of Q in the top view so that it will going to cut the point at Q2. Then join P Q2 with little bit thicker than the XY line. As we know, the front view line is parallel to XY, so its corresponding top view, which is PQ2, will be in true length. So you mark this as capital P in bracket and capital Q in bracket here in the top view. Similarly, as we know, the top view line is parallel, that is PQ1 is parallel to XY line. Its corresponding front view, which is P dash Q1 dash, will be in true length. So you mark this as capital P in bracket and capital Q in bracket. So this is how you will be able to find the true length in the front view and also in the top view. This is how we will be able to solve the problem